Good day everyone. My name is Sean Luis D. Gardose and this is my presentation regarding the pediatric nursing subject called the developmental milestone of an infant. So before we start, let me all ask you a question. Sa mga kapatid nyo ba, sa mga kilala nyong sanggol, nung sila ay 0 to 12 months, napapansin nyo ba na by each month, nagpo-progress or may mga nalalaman silang mga bagay or may mga nagagawa silang bagay na hindi nila nagagawa on the previous months? If yes, then ito yung mga pag-uusapan natin ngayon. Now, by the end of this lesson, all of you are expected to know all of the major developmental milestones of an infant from 0 to 12 months. And then by the end of this lesson, you will all know the importance. Bakit nga ba kailangan natin alamin ang developmental milestone in correlation sa pediatric growth assessment or sa pag-a-assess ng ating mga pediatric clients. And also, all of you will know the normal progression of the developmental milestone of an infant, kung ano yung normal on their age or months sa hindi. Before we start with the lesson proper, bakit nga ba kailangan nating aralin ang pediatric nursing and also the developmental milestone of an infant? Well, as nurses, our job or our purpose is naka-align sa life-death continuum theory. Pag sinabi nating life-death continuum theory, it means that birth and death are correlated to each other or it is a continuous process and it cannot be interchangeable. Meaning, as nurses, we care for our clients from birth and into their death. And ang ating developmental milestone or ang ating pediatric clients or pediatric nursing is naka-align sa birth, which means we have to take care of our client even before and during and even after their birth. Now, when we talk about developmental milestone, dapat malaman muna natin kung anong pinagkaiba ng development sa growth. When we talk about growth, it is a quantitative change, meaning yung nakikita nating change is na may measure. And ang example nito is yung height and also the weight. Kasi nakikita natin kung ito ay nadadagdagan, na may measure din natin ito kung ito ay nababawasan. But when we talk about development, it is mostly aligned with skills. Skills na natututunan ng isang tao such as fine motor skills, gross motor skills, social and even personal skills. When we talk about development, it is qualitative, meaning it can only be described kung meron bang nangyayaring changes and it can be observed, but it will not or cannot be measured. To understand the developmental milestone better and mas efficient natin siyang matandaan, nag-prepare ako ng activity. Okay, so familiar ba kayo sa kantang Head, Shoulders, Knees, and Toes? Well, it is a nursery rhymes, di ba? But magdadagdag tayo ng dalawang components. Ay dadagdag natin yung hands and also the hips. So, paano ba to? So, sige, sabayan nyo ako Okay. Head, shoulders, hands, and hips, knees and toes. Head, shoulders, hands, and hips, knees and toes. So, yon. Para matandaan natin yung developmental milestone, kailangan mo natin kantahin ito. Okay, sabay-sabay tayo Okay, 1, 2, 3, go. Head, shoulders, hands, and hips, knees and toes. Head, shoulders, hands, and hips, knees and toes. Okay, so bakit ba natin kinanta yung head, shoulders, hands, and hips, knees, and toes? Well, as you can see in the diagram, that the developmental milestone of an infant is I group it into 2 months. And each month, nagko-correspond sa bawat part ng body na kinanta natin. Sa 2 months, it is mostly in the development of the head. The shoulders is within the 4 months, and the hands is within the 6 months, and so on. Mag-start tayo sa mga nangyayari sa infant from 1 month to 2 months, including the 0 months. So, disclaimer nga pala guys ang pinagkuhanan ko ng resources for the developmental milestone is from the Book of Piliteri and also the combination from the book of Josie Odan, the volume 1 of her book. And since kapag sinearch natin yung developmental milestone, marami tayong sources na magkakaiba na nangyayari from each month of an infant. Well, here, to gain more credibility, I used two resources para ma-utilize natin yung accurate na developmental milestone of an infant. So, from 1 to 2 months, sa kinanta natin, di ba, nakafocus siya sa head. And, kasi ang mga nangyayari sa infant is mostly on the head from 1 to 2 months. And ano-ano nga ba yung mga yon? Well, first is the strong head lag. Pag sinabi nating strong head lag, ito yung, kapag yung bata is you move them, or kapag kinilik mo, ganyan, is yung neck nila, wala pang masyadong muscle control. So, hindi siya nag-a-align sa trunk or sa lower part ng head ng infant kapag kinikilik mo sila, or you will go through them from upward, tilting them, and more. So, that's what we call head lag. And then next is, the infant watches through the midline. So, ano nga ba to? Meaning that the vision of an infant is mostly focused sa midline. Meaning their peripheral vision is not yet well established. Pero yung midline, they focus on them, lalo na kapag yung kaharap nila is not a still object or a moving person. And then, this month is also the month na sensitive yung kanilang pandinig and also their vision. Kasi hindi pa nawawala yung mga reflexes dito, such as the starter reflex, the oral reflex, and more. And then, this is also the closure of the posterior fontanelles. Dito sa month na to, nagko-close na yung posterior fontanelle or the back, which is shaped like a diamond sa bumbunan ng ating pediatric client. This is also speaking of the client or pediatric client, which is called the cooing, meaning a one-syllable word. Cooing is a signal for help, such as discomfort and also hunger. Kaya sila nagsasabi ng mga coo sounds. And also social smiles. This is more prominent in 2 months because they see object that is moving and recognize them as their caregiver. Meaning, if nakakita sila ng gumagalaw na bagay or tao, is they tend to smile as a reaction to the moving person. In infant that is 1 to 2 months, we should also be careful sa mga pwedeng mangyari because this is the most or one of the most sensitive phases of an infant because predominantly dito common ang sudden infant death syndrome and the shaken baby syndrome. When we say sudden infant death syndrome, the cause of the death of the infant is unknown, but the most common causes of death kaya siya nangyayari dito sa 1 to 2 months is because yung head lag ng patient or ng client. Kasi kapag nag-turn na or na-turn sila from supine position to prone position, hindi nila kayang mag-turn on their own. Meaning na mako-compress and mawawalan sila ng hangin, leading to death. And also the shaken baby syndrome. Since their bones and also their internal organs are just adjusting, hindi pa nila kayang mag-adjust kapag narattle sila or nagkaroon ng sudden movement, leading to internal bleeding, hemorrhage, and even fractures kapag sila ay inuga ng inuga. Now, let's move to the next ranges of months from the developmental milestone of an infant. Next is the 3 to 4 months. Doon sa kinanta natin, di ba? After the head, yun na yung shoulder. So, sa shoulder nakafocus ang development ng infant from 3 to 4 months. Kasi nakikita natin dito na from 3 to 4 months, nawawala na yung head lag ng ating pediatric client. Meaning they have a neck muscle control and they can now lift their heads and shoulder, especially in the prone position. Meaning na mamaneuver na nila yung shoulder nila, especially kapag na-encounter sila sa prone position. And then, from lifting their heads, they can also do rolling from their back and to the side. And now, they can now sit, but with the support of a caregiver or client. Because sa shoulder pa lang naman tayo eh. They can support themselves, but with the support of a parents or a caregiver kapag umuupo. Kasi, dito pa lang nakafocus ang control sa shoulders. And then, they can now balance when sitting because the head lag is gone. The same with the lips, head with shoulders. And now, they can progress from cooing into the bubbling And this is the month kung saan napapadalas yung pagtawa ng ating pediatric client because of stimulation from the external or the outside settings. And this is also the month na dominant ang paglalaway because they are learning to sound, not just a coo sound. Dito rin mostly nawawala yung mga reflexes ng mga infant such as the Moro reflex, the startle reflex, and more. So let's move on to the 5 to 6 months. As you can see in the diagram, 5 to 6 months focuses on the hands. Kasi ang developmental milestone ng pediatric client sa 5 to 6 months is na-develop na ang kanilang head and also the shoulders, and now they are learning the movement or even the maneuvers of the hands. So, ano nga ba yung mga components ng 5 to 6 months? 5 to 6 months, the infant can now roll over. Meaning, hindi na lang sila nagmamaneuver ng head and also ng shoulder from prone position, but they can now move from front to back and back to front. They can now learn to grasp and hold, which is dominant sa paggamit ng kamay. This is also the time na nag-progress na sila from imitating sound and also to vowel sounds, which is the I, E, O, U sounds. Now, this is where the onset stranger anxiety kicks in, kung saan kapag nakita sila ng person na hindi similar ang features sa kanilang primary care provider and also their caregivers or parents, they can be startled or even cry. Now, this is also the most important part, especially in the 6 months, because dito na nade-develop yung eruption ng first milk teeth or the deciduous teeth, which is the lower central incisor, unang nagaganap. Now, the deciduous teeth is not permanent. It is also known as the teeth of an infant and toddler. In 7 to 8 months of the developmental milestone of an infant, most of the development or skills learned is mostly relied on the hips, as seen in the diagram. Kasi dito na natututunan ng infant mag-crawl. Crawling means that they are now moving using their hands, but with the support of their hips. Pero when we talk about crawling, yung chest and even the belly of the abdomen of the patient is not lifted up, but it is on the ground while they are moving. And then they can now sit even without support because most of the development is now they are learning to put their weight into their hips. They can now transfer object from one hand to another. As opposed to 5 to 6 months that they can only grasp and hold, now they can transfer because they are fully mastered in the skills of the hand. And now they can now join 2 or more syllables, which is the common word is the mama and dada. But in 7 to 8 months, hindi pa sila nagmimin ng kahit ano kapag nag-join sila ng 2 syllables. They can say mama and even dada or other terms na 2 syllables na repeated pero wala siyang meaning. Now, in a child that is 9 to 10 months, most of the development happens in the knees as seen in the diagram. Kasi ang child na 9 to 10 months, they are attempting to creep. So kapag sinabi nating creeping, it is a advanced form of crawling. Ang pinagkaiba nito sa crawling is that creeping is gumagapang yung bata or yung infant. Tapos nakataas na yung trunk and abdomen nila habang gumagapang. Unlike crawling na nakababa. And then in 9 to 10 months, na de-develop yung kanilang knee strength because they are attempting to stand. But yung pag-stand nila is not mostly successful because kailangan nilang mag-stand with the support of their parents or caregiver. Now, dito na sa buwan na ito na de-develop yung pagsasalita nila ng mama and dada, and may meaning na ito. When they say mama or dada, they are referring to their parents. Kasi dito na nai-establish yung distinction ng pagkakakilala nila sa kanilang parents or caregiver from other people. Kaya, dito na rin nagkakaroon ng onset separation anxiety. Kasi alam na nila i-distinguish their mama and dada from other people. Well, in other months, they can distinguish other persons. But here, mas prominent na yung pagkakakilala nila sa kanilang parents. This is also the time na nakaka-develop na sila ng object permanence. Object permanence means na they know that the object is still existing even if hindi na nila ito nakikita or nahahawakan at the moment. And konting brain map or para masatandaan natin na ang object permanent is mostly nangyayari sa 9 months to 10 months. Specifically 10 months is, pansinin natin yung 10. Yung 10, yung 0 is palitan natin ng O. And then pag nakita natin yung 10, makikita natin yung O, which is object permanence. Then dito na rin iintindihan ng bata and sinasabi yung term na bye-bye. Bye-bye is a form of goodbye to them. And alam na nila gamitin ito kapag narinig nila ito. Kasi nga, heightened yung separation anxiety nila dito. Now, for the last developmental milestone of an infant, which is 11 to 12 months. So, makikita natin sa diagram, this is the toes part or yung pinakababang part. Kasi, most of the development of an infant sa 11 to 12 months is mostly developed from head to toes of what an infant is expected to do. Kapag sinabi natin 11 to 12 months na infant, they can now stand even without support. Most of the infants can stand on their own. And dito na nangyayari yung tinatawag nating cruising. Kapag sinabi nating cruising, they are attempting to walk. But nakahawak yung isa nilang kamay sa isang object or specifically sa pader or sa mga railings, and then they are attempting to walk. They are learning how to walk while supporting themselves sa inanimate objects. And then, dito na rin nag-attempt yung child na mag-walk independently. They are trying to walk with cruising or even without cruising. Now, this is also the month na the child is saying 3 to 5 words with meanings. Kapag 3 to 5 words, it is just a estimation. Pero dito na sa month na ito, nagsasabi yung mga bata na mga nalalaman nilang commonly used names, commonly used objects, and they know the meaning of these words. They can signal them if they need it, or they can call the persons na specifically their providers or yung mga taong common na nakikita nila. Now, this summarizes the end of my discussion regarding the developmental milestone of an infant. So, do you have any questions or clarifications? If wala kayong questions or clarifications and suddenly merong mag-arise na question sa inyo, you can message me or ask me personally and I will clarify it. And I hope marami kayong natutunan sa aking lessons. Then, thank you for listening.